Speaking of points not well taken, let's go to Herb. Herb is next up on PTL. Hello, Herb. Good afternoon.
I need to ask you a serious question.
Okay.
Oh boy, that'd be the first time.
Because I don't know the answer to it, or at least I'm not sure of the answer.
Okay, I'll answer anything. Go ahead.
The day of and the day after, I think Charlie Kirk got shot on a Wednesday. Am I correct? It was a Wednesday?
I don't know what day it was, but I know I was on the air when it happened.
Okay, but were you on the radio air?
Yes, I was.
Yes,
on the radio
about 8 minutes into the show. Yes.
So I will answer Herb's question. Herb, the answer is yes. You could go back and you could listen to the show that I did. It actually happened in real time when I was on the air. So I hope I answered your question. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? And by the way, why are you asking that?
But the reason why I say that is because I tuned into your radio show and I didn't get anything. And I tuned in.
So Herb, let me fill you in.
Listen. It might have been my radio. I'm not saying it's your fault.
It might have been your MAGA radio. So Herb, I'll try to answer your question. Okay.
And the other thing
hold on, Herb. You can ask me another question. Herb, you can ask me. Herb, you can ask me another question. No problem. Just give me a second to answer. Okay. Herb, not only did I talk about it, but it was the entire show. 5 minutes into the show, my producer did a good job in giving me the information. I watched it in real time like everybody else was. I actually got emotional, Herb. And it was a very difficult show to do. You can go back and you can watch it and on YouTube.
You were watching it live, and
so Herb,
it was hard to watch.
I know you're on YouTube, but I was listening on the radio.
Okay, well, we're also on the radio, so I don't know what you mean by that.
I know that, but that day you were on the radio, right?
I would assume so, unless we had technical issues. Nobody complained to me.
No, that's what I'm saying, Brian. I think you had technical issues.
Okay, Herb, you're wasting our time. Even if that was true, which I don't believe it is. Who cares?
I didn't know if it was me or if it was your radio station.
Okay.
The other thing I wanted to ask you was, I thought that the reason why they were upset with Jimmy Kimmel was because he came on and he made a comment about the fact that this was MAGA that had him shot. The person that shot Charlie Kirk was MAGA. I thought that's why.
Okay, so there's so first of all, he never said MAGA shot Charlie Kirk. Those are not the words that he used. Number two, the joke that he made about Donald Trump, I am told, his lack of mourning is what got the White House extremely upset, and they lied, and they said that he was making jokes about Charlie Kirk's murder, which he never did. Those are lies being put forth, saying that Jimmy Kimmel was celebrating the death. By the way, you're a MAGA Republican. Can you name me one prominent Democrat, just one, that was celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk? Because a lot of people on the right lie. When I did the Piers Morgan show, Riley Gaines lied. Can you please quote one person that is a registered Democrat, that is a politician, who, quote, celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk? Maybe you can't. I don't know. But I'm just curious.
No, I never. I mean, they said some things that were probably they shouldn't have said, but I don't know of anybody that actually.
Correct. Right. Now, it's your opinion that some people might have said things they shouldn't have said. That's your opinion, which you're entitled to. But what I'm trying to bring up is the fact that there are people on the far right, including Donald Trump and others, that have literally quoted as saying Democrats and elected officials are celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. I don't agree with Ilhan Omar's comments, but she did not say she celebrated or was gleeful or happy that Charlie Kirk was murdered. The right are lying to you, Herb. They are not.
Listen. I listen to you. I listen to other people. I don't listen to any one station. I listen to CNN, MSNBC. I watch Fox News. I watch them all.
You're making my point.
Brian, I make up my own mind. Really, I do.
Okay, so I'm asking you. I understand. I understand that. But Herb, can you name one prominent Democrat official?
No, I can't.
So why? Okay, I appreciate that. So why?
Why in the context that you're talking about? When you
so why are they saying that then, Herb? That's my point. Will you call out the people on the right, including the President of the United States, that are claiming that Democrats in office are, quote, celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk? Will you call them out for their lies?
Well, I don't need to call them out. You always want somebody to blame somebody.
No, I want somebody to. No.
Idea.
No, Herb, you're making the point. You're making the point for me, Herb. The right never takes accountability for anything. people were up in arms because of Jimmy Kimmel's joke. But yet, so many Republicans out there, including the president of the United States, is lying, and you won't, or you don't want them to take any responsibility for their lies. Why is it that people like you always want the left to apologize? They want Al Franken to be fired because of maybe a borderline inappropriate photo. But when Donald Trump lies about the 2020 election, when he lies about the jobs report that came out, when he fires people because it doesn't help him politically, all the things that Donald Trump does and says and all the things he lies about, and I'm giving you a perfect example right now. There are people on the right, elected officials, Mark Wayne Mullen, Donald Trump, there are many others, even on the Piers Morgan show, I had to deal with this, that are saying that Democrat officials are celebrating his death. The reason why you can't name one is because not one Democrat in office has done that, yet you're not willing to call it out and say it's wrong. Oh, why should I have to say that? Why? You know what? Because
well, let me ask you this, Brian.
A question. Yeah,
let me ask you this.
Of course.
Are you willing to admit the fact that Jimmy Kimmel's numbers over the last several years have gone way down?
Okay, so I'm going to answer. Are you going to let me answer? Are you going to let me answer? Are you going to let me?
One more thing.
Oh, no. We do one at a time. No. You don't run the show. I do. One at a time. You're not going to ask me two questions at once. First of all, who the hell cares in context what Jimmy Kimmel's ratings are? Who cares?
It's irrelevant.
Whether his numbers went down or not, and I don't study Jimmy Kimmel's audience numbers, who the hell cares? I asked you about Republicans in office, like the president of the United States lying to the American people. And you care what people say on Twitter about Jimmy Kimmel's numbers? What the hell is wrong with you?
The president was blaming the left before they had any information. They didn't even know who the shooter was or what happened. And he was on TV blaming the left.
Herb, why do you care if people on...
Can I tell you why?
Why do you care if people on social media are talking about his ratings? Who cares?
Brian, listen to me.
I'm listening.
I don't care. However, the Nielsen polls have shown over the last 5 years,
who cares?
His audience has dropped.
Who cares?
And
who cares? Why do you care? Who cares?
But Herb, that could be for a number of reasons. That could be funding.
Who cares?
That could be advertising. That could be marketing. That could be that the station has other priorities.
Hold on a second, Herb. Herb, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's just say everything you're saying is correct. Who the F cares? I don't care about his ratings. The country doesn't care about his ratings. Either you like the show and you watch, or you don't like the show. That's not relevant, and that's not dangerous. If somebody on social media is saying Jimmy Kimmel's numbers are through the roof, by the way, they were yesterday. What's relevant is that the man who you voted for, which you will not call him out for, because you will not hold the Republicans responsible for anything, saying that elected Democrat officials are celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. I find that to be far more serious and more dangerous than some people on social media that are lying about Jimmy Kimmel's ratings. Why is it, Herb, as we bring you back up, that you don't understand that?
Wait a minute, Brian, are you potting me down?
Herb, have a nice day. You're a waste of my Herb. You're a waste. No, Herb, I'm not potting you down. I'm disconnecting you because you're wasting our time and you're an idiot. That's why.